Staying safe, I hope?
It should be good.
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's gold wasted, friend. It's not much, but we get by. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then. Good day.
I'm sorry. Could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelagar. Go on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Well, I'm at a loss. None of this makes a damn bit of sense. True, very true, but the autumn gale was an exception. 77 times it swam through the Sea of Ghosts safely to the northern shore. 77 times through mighty storms and restless seas. It never failed to reach port. But somehow, on the 78th, on a clear day with a steady wind, it sank to the bottom of Pilgrim's Trench. Not a single one. A great tragedy indeed. How am I ever going to replace such cheap and skilled labor? Fortunately, I hadn't paid them their wages for the last few months. That takes some of the sting out of it. Good craftsmanship and a damn good captain. Torald Icewind knew the ocean like a sheep knows wool. Good craftsmanship and a damn good captain. Torald Icewind knew the ocean like a sheep knows wool. No, well, not my cargo anyway, but I did lose family. The Autumn Gale was my ship, and I loved her like a daughter. Yes, I did lose a fair share of capital when the ship went down. Luckily, I've got the boat insured by a very wealthy thing. Oh, you mean my emotional loss? Ah, yes, I'm going to feel that for some time. By being shrewd. I used to be a lowly courier, but then I got an idea to charge the people I was delivering to by claiming the sender hadn't paid. If they refused to pay my fee, I opened the letter and sold the information to someone else. Eventually, I earned enough money to start my own shipping and delivery business. Unethical? Oh no, there's no such thing in business. I think the word you're looking for is inspiring. Divines only know. The wreckage is too far down the trench to offer any clues. But while we can't salvage the ship, we can salvage her reputation. And, more importantly, the reputation of my business. Ah, I love young people who are motivated to work. You can start by delivering these supplies to the salvage team. Here, take this to the leader of the team, Utai. She will handle your payment.
You. We've been waiting for you. Are you the one? Are you Dragonborn? Then it is true. This gift has been given to a mere mortal. We have a proposition for you, Dragonborn. A way to serve a power even higher than yourself. If you are interested, come with us. Our leader will answer any questions you might have. Very well. Speak to me when your curiosity grows the better of you.
Need something?
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking. Got any ale or mead? Until next time.
Got something to say?
If there's anything you need, just let me know. I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college, though even that's dried up some. That's right. College of Winterhold, just north of town. Hard to miss. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. Good day.
Well met, traveler. I am Kaidojo, a monk making the pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura. Then today will be no different than any other. For while I recognize Azura's place in the pantheon of the divines, the Daedra hold no particular favor in the doctrine I follow. Some may see the line between Aedra and Daedra as a means of separation, when the divide itself is the true nature of our existence. It is in the eye of the storm that one finds balance, and with balance comes the flourishing of life. I follow the path of balance through opposition. The Aedra and Daedra are the embodiment of this mantra. It is a common misconception that these balancing forces are the spirit of good and evil, a reductive and flawed interpretation. The Aedra are the agents of stasis and order. The Daedra are the essence of change and chaos, for chaos itself cannot be an agent of anything. When the two are in balance, time progresses at its natural flow. The world changes as it stays the same. Although in truth, it is not for us to attach labels to the creators. If mortals cannot divine the nature of themselves, it is quite presumptuous to try the same with the gods. Then I implore you to ask them. To ask a question is to risk being a fool, but to cling to silence is to remain one. The Aedra are thought to be callous because they are indifferent, too often leaving mortals to their own devices. It reminds me of the parable of the acolyte priestess who stole from the alms bowl. The other acolytes beseeched the head priest to investigate the matter and cast the thief out. Yet the priest replied that he already knew the identity of the thief. The acolytes, angered, threatened to leave if the culprit was not revealed. "If I cast the thief out," he replied, "how will he ever learn remorse? If you leave, how will I ever teach you forgiveness?" That is a method preferred by many monks. Some beat with a stick. Others use a bucket and sponge. There is a tale of a monk who worked a disciple to death for failing to pray to the divines before eating his meal. The disciple's father stormed up the temple steps before kneeling and thanking the monk for the patience he showed with his foolish son. Boethia is the prince of plots, deceit, and conspiracy. Such words are sinister when spoken in the void. Yet, when the scales of power tip toward tyranny, when the strength of the dishonorable cannot be vanquished by a frontal assault, Boethia is there. Mola Gabal, meanwhile, is her nemesis, for he is strength and domination, and those who enslave others do so in his name. Although Boethia teaches us that strength can be vanquished, Molag Bal demonstrates that weakness is not a virtue. Mehrunes Dagon is the facilitator of destruction, the great equalizer of this plane. For when life is allowed to grow unchecked, it will wither from its own abundance. When the bee is drawn to the flowers for nectar, it serves to pollinate the entire garden. It is not clear whether the machinery of life is driven by motive or works to shape it. What is clear is that all things depend on each other. Removing the Daedra from this plane would disrupt the balance of life, like burning a hive of bees in response to a few stings. Yet, I will not admonish those who resent the gods or punish them for their hate, for hate itself is its own punishment, as it works to consume them. I pay homage to the divines as a whole, and the invisible thread that is woven between them. One does not look at a centipede and see 15 separate segments. One cannot focus on a leaf, for in doing so he will neglect the whole tree. Much like Talos, many believe divinity can be acquired through achievement. It reminds me of the tale of the acclaimed assassin from Blackmarsh. The guildmaster in Riften requested the assassin train his thieves in matters of stealth. However, the assassin refused. For while in the swamps of Blackmarsh he was a master, in the forests of Riften he was but a novice. A great mortal is a master of their own plane, where a god is limited by none. I was trained as a priest of Stendar, but I felt the temple did not do enough to disavow the militants who walk the land in his name. I considered converting to the temple of Julianos, and had packed for the great chapel in Skingrad to begin my training. There was only one item I could not find, my copy of the book Aedra and Daedra. I scoured every corner of my quarters until at last I saw it. It was placed on top of a high bookshelf. Now, they say those who hurry only slow themselves in the end. If only I heeded such sage advice. Instead of reaching for the footstool, I attempted to climb the shelf, only to fall flat on my tail. However, as it so happens, I lost my balance but gained my footing, for when my head struck the ground, I had a vision. In my vision, I was standing in the atrium of a castle of glass, canvassed by an iridescent sky. In the stars, I saw the Aedra and Daedra. They stood side by side and beckoned me to follow a new path, one that made no distinction between the gods, for one were all, and all were one. A wealthy Jarl will request a bard to craft him a verse for his children. The verse must convey his desire for their happiness. The bard meditates on the subject before returning with his verse. He stands before the Jarl and recites the following. May your children know anguish, pain and suffering. May they know boredom and strife, fear and despair. The Jarl leaps angrily from his throne and demands the bard explain this insult. The bard deftly replies, "Forgive me, my Jarl. You ask me to write a verse that conveys the spirit of true happiness. I believe I have fulfilled that request, for without knowledge of pain and sadness, one cannot truly know what it means to be happy." One must both have purpose and flexibility. He may walk a path of many roads to the same destination. He may not know where the destination lies until the moment he arrives at it, and even then, it may not fulfill his true purpose. I am reminded of the story of a carpenter who was tasked with hanging a painting for the Count. The painting was hung over the bedchamber, and while it seemed to be a perfect fit, the Count nevertheless told the carpenter to take it down. Back and forth the pair went, from the study to the great hall, each time the Count requesting the carpenter to hang the painting, then remove it, after walking the breadth of the castle. At long last, they returned to the bedchamber. Only this time, when the painting was hung, the Count was satisfied, for only by seeing all other alternatives Did he know his choice was true? And thus, my request is this. If you will do me the honor of being my carpenter, and I yours, then I will forever be in your debt. It seems there is another who travels by your side. As such, I will wait for my turn. A long conversation is a feast of wisdom. Remember to save your every bite.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking. No. Gods no, not for years. I left Winterhold for some time, and returned to stay here at the inn. Take a look.
Well met. Farewell.
We don't get many people like you visiting Winterhold. Usually it's elves.
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthal. Mages in a burial crypt. No good can come of that. Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without a coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk. Some line about this clothing and Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber, I don't know. What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows what. I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem. Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it? But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you? Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Kraldar's family was once very powerful in Winterhold. It's my honor to assist him even now.
Winterhold belongs to Skyrim, not the Imperials, or the Mages.
Welcome to the College of Winterhold. I am Feralda, one of the senior wizards here. I trust you found your journey to Winterhold not entirely unpleasant. Now, I must advise you that if your only purpose in being here is to complain, you would be far better off speaking with the Jarl of Winterhold. If, however, you seek something more, I will be happy to assist you. All right, then. Is there some way I can assist you? Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. It is no great secret that we have been unjustly blamed for a great many things over the years. The good people of Skyrim, on occasion, would rather pass judgment than attempt to understand what we do here. Thus, we must take certain precautions in order to secure our safety. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Do you? It is true there are some here who have spent years studying the accumulated knowledge of the scrolls. But what you seek does not come easily, and can destroy those without a strong will. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. Dragonborn? It's been so long since we've had any contact with the Greybeards. Do you really have the voice? I would be most impressed to see that. Greetings. Welcome to the College of Winterhold. If you can pass the test, then yes. Dragonborn? It's been so long since we've had any contact with the Greybeards. Do you really have the voice? I would be most impressed to see that. Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. No, not recently at least. We don't mistake that for acceptance, though. Odds are they're simply too afraid to confront us directly. And most of us are quite satisfied with that. No, not recently at least. We don't mistake that for acceptance, though. And most of us are quite satisfied with that. We are the only group left in Skyrim dedicated to the study of the arcane. There are others who study, to be sure, but they do so in private and often in secret. There's nothing more I can teach you. It's been a pleasure.
I wonder if a librarian at Cyrodiil leaves all the cleaning duties to a single apprentice. Yes?
If it's true, and you do have the voice, would you mind showing me? I've never seen it firsthand. If it's true, and you do have the voice, would you mind showing me? I've never seen it firsthand. So the stories are true. You are Dragonborn. Normally, you'd need to show some aptitude with one of the schools of magic. But you... I think there is much that we can learn from each other. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. No matter what, the college will endure. Mirabelle will be waiting for you.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. Until next time.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions.
Initially, you'll be learning from Ulfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. Ulfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.